Well, welcome back. Small hiccup. No idea. None. Literally standing right here. Complete network went out. Not according to my network. My network said everything was fine. But every device in here just completely dropped. So that was intriguing. Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody. Can you see okay? You hear me? All right. Boom! Transition. Oh, yeah, now I'm all really small. You guys see that, right? Woo, you see me? All right, welcome back. Here's what I'm gonna do. I gotta get my fantasy football up now. Boom, fantasy football. Man, I have to have so many extras. Well, that's good. I'm glad that we at least look good now, or look and sound good better. Jeez, no idea what caused that. That was crazy. Let's go with this one. Yay! Nope, not that one. Nah, we don't want that one. What do we want? Bam. We don't want that one. That's just boring old email stuff. You guys really don't want that one. Really don't want. Let's go. Bloop. We're gonna find the right windows, guys. Why is it in Microsoft Edge? That's weird. That's weird. Almost there, guys. Sorry about this. I was a little unprepared for football. Why are you not moving? You big meanie. All right, almost. Bloop. And go. And go. All right. I think I actually got it this time. Let's see if it goes live on the screen. Maybe. Maybe. Or not. Oops. I forgot I changed that one. Hold up. There it goes. And boom. There it goes. That's better. Ooh. I know you guys can't see it. You're like, what are you looking at? Hold up. Almost there. Almost there. All right. Hold up. Watch your eyes. Yeah. Okay. There we go. We got it. I had to do it quick. I will get those set up. I did not. We have not gotten the new scenes on the mobile right now, so we've got to get them all transferred over. But let's get through this, guys. If you have your fantasy football questions, be sure to let me know. Old school fat man, I'm hoping is up and about. We'll see if we get him on here today. Otherwise, let's get going. So, first, let's look at our standings. For remember, we got four different leagues that we're actually in. Four. We've got GM leagues. We've got PPRs. We've got them down the board. So each one of these are going to be different. The reason we choose players will be different. So no matter what your questions are, be sure to let us know what what's your league settings. If you don't let us know that, sometimes our information is just way off. So let's take a look at where we're at. We are Danny Ocean. We are currently 10-8. We are 4 games out of our division. Hmm. Now, let's look at the team. Let's go ahead and submit the lineup. Let's see what we got. Look at our coach. We got Mike Vrabel in the Patriots against the Tampa Bay Bucks, or we got Mike Tomlin against the Chargers. Whew, that's I'm gonna stick with Mike Vrabel. I do not think he's gonna win. I don't. I think the Patriots are gonna lose this week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But if it makes you feel any better, I actually think Mike Tomlin is gonna lose to the Chargers this week. Nah. The question is who's gonna put up more points. In this case, I'm gonna go Mike Tomlin only because I think there is a way he could be pulling out a win against the Chargers. They have some health issues, and Mike Tomlin, man, he's probably the best coach in the league in my opinion. So I'll stick with Tomlin on this one. As far as our quarterbacks, I think we got to stick with Caleb Williams, one where he's playing at home. Michael Penix, I still don't think is ready. He's definitely not ready against the Indianapolis defense at Indianapolis, so that's not a good one. Mac Jones, I have just in case I need someone. Not that he's doing bad. He's actually outperforming Michael Penix. Mac Jones hasn't even played every game. He is playing against the Rams. That is going to be a heck of a scoring game, so I could see Mac Jones being the play here. So, chat, you guys let me know. Is it going to be Caleb Williams or Mac Jones for you? Me, I'm sticking with Caleb Williams at this particular time. A little bit of the hot hand. I think he has a much better matchup. New York Giants, they're having some trouble. Not only do they have a bad record, but they've lost all momentum with the recent injuries that they've had. Look out for them next year. But this year, they're going to continue to get whopped on. And I see Caleb Williams getting better and better. So stick with him. We're not going to take any of our running backs out. The reason why is Tyrone Tracy is one of the running backs now. Why not? And if you look at our actual wide receivers, we don't really have a lot to choose from. We can put Travis Hunter on the IR. He should be back in a couple weeks, but I might go ahead and put him there anyway. Other than that, I think sticking with the three that we have, Debo, Samuel, Parker, Washington, and Romeo Dobbs is the way to go. Only other one, I mean, maybe Greg, but nah, I like what we got. As far as tight ends, yeah, my tight ends are a joke. I know. Tyler Higbee would be good, but he just is not getting the ball thrown to him, and Cade Otton has disappeared. I still got to stick with Cade Otton because he's been doing better than usual, and Tyler Higbee is so inconsistent. He might put up a touchdown this week, but then again, he could continue to disappear. Man, Houston's kicker last week gave me a ton of points. He helped me out a lot. And he's going up against Jacksonville, which has a pretty good defense. I don't believe his injury is anything too worryful. Let's double check. He didn't practice right quadricep, not expected to play against the Jaguars. Good thing we checked that, huh? I actually did not hear that he was not going to play. I'd heard that he was going to be okay. Stuff happens. So I guess that made that pick really easy. We're going to go Jake Elliott for that one. We stick with Bryce. There's no reason to move him. Austin McNamara is actually a good punter, but you never know what New York is doing. I would love to get BJ Hill. He had a great game last one. I can't wait to see him come back. But right now, we're going to keep Franklin in. We're going to keep both of our defensive ends. I don't see any reason why we need to change out our linebackers. We'll go ahead and take McDuffie out. We're going to put, man. I'm going to, I want to take Jordan Lewis, actually. I'm going to take Jordan Lewis. And why am I going to take Jordan Lewis? CJ Stroud is out. You got Davis Mills, who is going to be the quarterback up in Houston. Now, yeah, they're going to be at Houston, but I could see Davis Mills having a bad day. Jacksonville's defense is all about doing takeaways. They throw in some good looks in that zone. I can see Jordan stealing one on that. Safety wise, Jordan Fuller slowly getting back. Best safety we got is, I mean, I would say Jalen McClough. He's so good. Javen Holland should be putting up more points than what he is, but that team, New York Giants, are just having trouble. So I think this is our go-to right here. Bam. All right. Let's also, while we're here, let's get the. Remember, we are out of the survivor pool. We're in here somewhere. I thought there we are. Yeah, we chose Atlanta. They let us down. We got killed. So the actual 20 bucks went to Casey Ramirez just for winning that in week 9 or week 8. Look at that. Look at that. So good on Casey. Let's move to pool picks. All right, what do we got? I got the Broncos taking out the Raiders without too much problem. Colts beating out the Falcons. We got the Bills beating on the Dolphins. I can't. I want to go Jets. I really, really do. But I think Cleveland is going to pull it out. Chicago's going to win pretty easily. Baltimore's starting to come back, so that should be a very intriguing game. But with it being in Minnesota, I'm going to take Minnesota on the coin flip. Tampa Bay and New England, I think right now is definitely a coin flip. New England is looking for that game that really puts them on the map. Drake May, excuse me, depending on how well this goes, this could put him in the MVP conversation now. So that is my game that I will always be like, nah, yeah, I have no idea who's gonna win that game. I'm leaning to Tampa, but I won't play point spread on that game. I think it's gonna be too close. Carolina and the Saints. Now that's a barn burner of a game. I'm gonna give it to the Saints. Why? Because they're putting in a rookie quarterback. They just got rid of. No, we are not. We're going with Carolina. They just traded away one of their receivers. They got another quarterback coming in. I'll take Carolina to mess up over them, the Saints. I'm gonna take Jacksonville over Houston. Yes, I'm a Jacksonville fan, so more often than not, I will take Jacksonville. I generally don't bet against them. If I can't bet for them, I won't bet against them. In this one, I do think they're gonna beat out Houston. Seattle's gonna take care of Arizona. Seattle just got even better over the weekend, or sorry, over yesterday. Washington Commanders in Detroit. Originally, I would have probably leaned more to Washington with Jaden Daniels, but with him with a broken elbow or a dislocated elbow, I should say, he's probably that team is going to flounder for the rest of the year. Their receivers have already been having trouble as it was. The Rams and Niners are going to be the second best game. I still think Patriots and Tampa Bay is probably the first game. However, I would not be surprised if Patriots and Tampa Bay, that might be like you're talking a potential Super Bowl matchup right there. The Rams and Niners, you're talking about an NFC playoff matchup. You don't know where they're going to be because they're going to end up meeting. It's possible they are separated for a while, but I think these two teams, Shanahan, what he can do with everything that's happened to the San Francisco 49ers, dude, he's got to be the best coach of the year right now. I still say Mike Tomlin's the best coach in the league, but Shanahan has gotta be best coach right now for this season. So who am I going to choose? I'm going to take the coin flip. Niners at home more often than not. If you look at the books, home teams will generally pull it out, especially when they have coin flips. So I take my odds on that. Chargers versus Steelers. This is going to be a pretty interesting game. Obviously, I'm going to be rooting for Tomlin, but I'm expecting Los Angeles to pull this out. They've got some issues, and I still think that they can pull this out. And then the Eagles and Green Bay Packers. I should be higher up on the Packers than I really am, but I'm just not. So I'm going to stick with the Eagles. So this game will be number 2. That just means if I happen to get that game wrong, no big deal. What are the games that I think without a doubt are going to be wins? For example, Buffalo over Miami. I could see that being a pretty good win. Indianapolis over the Atlanta. I can see Denver winning more often than not, but I don't feel overly great about them. I never feel good about Cleveland and Jets. That's way too high now that I think about it. Let's put more like 5. Chicago over the Giants. I just think this is the better way to go. Like I said, that team's having a little trouble. This is Carolina and the Saints. I don't think it really matters who's going to win that game anyway. I never bet against my team. Seattle, much better. I think that's going to be a closer game, but Seattle should pull that out. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to put that there because I Feel much better that Detroit beating on Washington. As far as the Chargers, I feel better about the Eagles winning more than the Chargers. So there you go, guys. There are the picks for the games this week. Write them down. Let's submit them and on we move. All right. Let's go to our second one. This is Sin City. Let's get over to our team. Let's set the lineup for this one. Now, man, I got some good quarterbacks up on this one. We've got Justin Herbert versus Pittsburgh, Bo Nix versus the Las Vegas Raiders, and we even have Davis Mills versus Jacksonville, which I will not go for. Bless you, by the way. Would definitely not do. Got to pick up monkey balls from work. I'll be right back still online when I get back. Yes! If not, I've got a raised drink. Love it. Monkey balls. See you soon. Hopefully, Frozen. Be safe, man. So Justin Herbert is definitely a good pick. It's a Sunday night game. I'm thinking Bo Nix though against the Raiders tomorrow night should be a really good game. We got Bijan Robinson and Jalen Warren. I like that. Do we want to get one more Nick Chubb? Maybe no. Hassan Haskins. What is going on with the Chargers running backs, man? Dude, like they're falling, like all of them. It's crazy. So I'm definitely good with these two. Nick Chubb in there wouldn't be too bad, but as far as I got Nico Collins, T. Higgins, Alec Pierce, and Rashee Rice, yeah, I think we got to stick with those, right? Those are some absolutely good ones. If we could get Taquan Thornton back in there to play some games, that would be nice. Overall, this is my best receiving core that I have on all my teams. I'm not even pretending. We've only got one tight end that we're going to put in, so Dalton Schultz. I'm hoping you're not injured. Let's see. Limited practice. Schultz, who continues to manage knees, did not practice Wednesday or Thursday last week before logging a full practice Friday. Well, he still caught 6 of his 8 for 77 yards. Let's hope he stays in then. How about kickers? We got Chris Boswell or Matt Gay, and I can tell you Matt Gay is. I don't even know if they're going to be able to move the ball enough. So I think I'm going to stick with Chris Boswell. We can't keep Jenkins in. Who are we thinking? New England doesn't really run. I'm thinking Thornton right here. Let's see if he has 2 games back to back. In his last game, that's one of the reasons why I'm wanting. Look at that. In that last game against the Packers, boy, the 1 sack is huge. By having the 2 tackles, if he can get 1 sack on this rookie quarterback, and I think the odds of that are pretty good. What do we got going on here? This is 3 defensive ends. We take out one of our linebackers, maybe? Who do we take out? Who do we take out? What if we take out Christian Ellis? Put in Anthony Nelson? What are you guys thinking on that? Why would I do that? Well, I think they're going to be running the ball a lot more. I know, same matchup, right? Same matchup. Christian Ellis, he's getting what, 4 tackles a game? He was out. He left the game in week 9. I mean, he was doing good before he went out. I think it's safe to. I think it's safer that we go ahead and sit him though. Let's set Christian. Let's put in Anthony Nelson. We're gonna keep Akeem and Tyrell. Why? First of all, those two are kind of leading my linebackers with Mac Wilson, who's had some interesting games. Yep, I have 2 Arizona linebackers. What is wrong with me? Dallas is going to take some time off, and as much as I love Derek Stingley, I think he is a great cornerback. He just does not intercept the ball, doesn't get enough tackles. He doesn't like doing it. So my only other choice is Christian Benford over in Buffalo. I'm going to take that because of Miami. He's probably going to have to deal with Jalen Waddle. Hoping he tackles a little bit more on that. Javon Bullard, I've already told you, you can't take this guy out right now. And Cameron Curl is one of the best safeties in the game, so we're not worried about that either. That team's set up. Boom. Now, this will be interesting. Survivor pool, we lost this one also. Yep, not even lying. Washington and Atlanta both killed us. Yeah, both killed us. Happens. But they're still going. Look at them. They're still going. Let's go to the pool picks. Let's get it in. I said we got Denver, we got Indianapolis, we got Buffalo, we got Cleveland, we got Chicago, Minnesota. We're going to take Tampa Bay, even though we really like the Patriots. Can't do the Saints. Let's go Panthers, Jacksonville, Seattle, Detroit. We got San Francisco, the Chargers, and the Eagles. There we go. Now, for the one that we spend most of our time on, and this is the one that old school Fat Man and I actually work out together. Spaceballs looking for a DL that can fill my DL2 spot that has a contract I can afford. What's available out there? Well, I might look at Spaceballs and see if I have anything. I actually don't. I maybe. I don't think I have something he can afford. Rashawn Gary, I might send over to him his way. We'll see. But the reason why we spend most of our time is old school Fat Man and I, we are both in this league. We are trying to get to the Super Bowl at one point. Are we going to get there this year? Yeah, probably not. Here's why. Old school Fat Man's having a big trouble with his team. And what is that trouble? His quarterback just dislocated his elbow and will be out for the rest of the year. So let me show you the standings. Now, this is old school Fat Man, Originals Quivering member. Holds a 1-game lead with about 6 games to go, if I remember correctly. 5 or 6, one of those two. I'll look it up. Washington Sentinels, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I generally try not to badmouth anybody. That is a horrible team. Horrible team. McGruber and the Empty Man, they're just worse. There's nothing I can do about that. Washington Sentinels is going to most likely pull out that division now because Originals Quivering member lost his quarterback and he's done for the year. He doesn't have another backup. And Washington Sentinels is playing Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders. Other than that, the rest of his team is really no one. He has no running backs, no receivers. If Originals Quivering member still pulls this off, dude, that entire division is beyond a joke. I do believe Washington Sentinels now pulls that division out. I feel bad because before that, Old School Fat Man was walking into the playoffs. He was walking into the playoffs. 2 of his losses is because of Daniel's injuries, right? No, hey, that's just the way it works. Now, me, I'm still 1 game behind myself. Okay? Godfather, I think, is going to win our division. I don't think I can stop him. I'm competing with him, but as you can see, the average points for is quite a bit different. Now, the big difference to this is because of quarterback. My quarterback is inconsistent. He's got Caleb Williams, and I've already told you, Caleb Williams is going to have a great game. I think Caleb Williams is going to have a great game. So let's look at the schedule. That's pretty important here. Let's see who's playing who. This was last week's scores. Nope, this is this week's. Okay. So let's go find. Yeah, just so we're clear, Reginald's Quivering member might be able to pull that game out. Might. RJ Harvey and Jackson Dart are definitely going to be some hard ones to deal with. But he's going to put in, I'm hoping he's got another running back. I don't know what he's going to do for quarterback. I just don't. Everything else is pretty good. He's never had a kicker all year. So he's been doing without that. As you can see, Jaden Daniels put in a running back, and I don't know. We'll see what he does on this one. This matchup is going to be really good. Spaceballs kicked the bejesus out of me last week. That was because I had, I think, 2 members on bye, and then my team just did not perform last week. Happens. He beat me by almost triple. But he's got a very good stacked team. That there's a reason why he's asking just for another defensive end. As you can see, he's got T.J. Watt, so he's looking to push him over the final. Trevor Lawrence is going to be his downfall. I'll stick to that. He's got one of the best wide receivers in Jackson Smith Ninjiba. I always get his last name wrong. I hope I don't disrespect him. Jason and Alex, I see you guys. Give me just a moment. I'll be right with you. Actually, hold on. Let me. Jason, should I trade away Acne and Odunze for Lamar and Dobbins? I have Drake May as my starter. No, no. If you have Drake May as your starter, you do not need Lamar and Dobbins. Um, yes, I know you're scared because of Odunze. Dude, I have Odunze on my team. You're about to find out here in just a moment. He freaking disappeared last week in a game that he shouldn't have. Appreciate the follow. Oh, let me figure out who that is. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Yandrax? Yandrax, thank you. Yandrax89, we appreciate the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, I know Adonze scared you, but dude, he's still a good receiver. Caleb is still going to throw to him, and as far as I know, Adonze is not injured. I have no idea what happened last week. No idea. Lamar, is he going to give you points? Absolutely. But Agni he's going to give you pretty similar points. No reason to give up that much. And J.K. Dobbins is literally being transitioned into R.J. Harvey. So later in the season, I don't think Dobbins is going to even remotely put up more points. The only thing good about Dobbins is he might steal touchdowns because of goal line situations. But if you have Drake May, dude, ride him. Ride him. Why sit him? His buys passed. He's going to have great games almost every single time. Trust that team. They know what they're doing. Alex, should you trade away Derrick Henry for A.J. Brown and Dobbins? What in the world is happening? Everybody is just trashing on Dobbins? Alex, that's hard to answer. Here's why. What do you have in replacement, man? Derrick Henry has some good points. He is about to probably put up even more points coming up in these next couple weeks because they're going to be making that strong push to the playoffs. You know that's how they do it. So me personally, right now, I would say sit on him. But a lot of things depend. Are you in keeper leagues? Are you PPR? That's real tough. That's real tough. Right now, knowing nothing about your league, keep Derrick Henry. AJ Brown, remember, you never know when he's going to actually score points. He's having trouble in Philadelphia getting along with the offense. And not only that, that offense is so freaking good that you need one player and they have so many. So that one player goes off and everybody else just kind of misses something. Happens. So let's get back to it. Spaceballs is without a doubt going to the playoffs. He's one of the best teams in the league right now. Godfather is what's currently winning now. Here's what I need. I need Spaceballs to win. I need Spaceballs to win and me to win. And then I'm tied with Godfather. And the very important thing for that is next week, week 11, for those of you that actually do any type of football coaching, things like that, that would be 11. Why? Because this would be 10. You flip it this side to be 10 plus 1, 11. Anyway, just giving you my coaching, what I've done in the past. So week 11, it's Godfather versus me. And he barely beat me week 1 or 2, I forget which. And it was a great match. So I can't wait for next week, especially if the Jets do not screw me over. And I know I just said if the Jets don't screw me out. My season should be over if I'm ever relying on the Jets, just so we're clear. Yeah, and Drax, what's up, my friend? Hey, homie, I can share your stream in a Kick community to help you hit 1,500 followers, 700 followers, $1,000 per stream. Add me on Discord if you're interested. Steven wins. Hey, I appreciate you. We might just hit you up on that, but truth be told, we are building the channel up in a couple different ways, but I might hit you up anyway because, hey, we don't know what we don't know, and the more community we have, the better it is. So I appreciate the shout out. Let's get to our team, though. Who's going to win that game? Dude, good luck. Good luck. Look, they're both set to score over 100 points. I'm probably set to score like 70. Crazy. But I need Godfather to lose and I need me to win. Are we going to be able to pull out the win? Let's take a look. We're playing against Pop Quiz Hot Shot, and this is horrible news for me. Why? Because this is the best team in the league. This is the best team in the league. But here's the only good news I have going for me. His quarterback is out. His quarterback's on a bye. His quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, thank goodness I don't have to play against him. But you want to hear something that's completely demoralizing? This stat right here. His quarterback is going to score him 0 points, and he is still projected to beat me 98% of the time. Good Lord, man. Come on. Really? Now, why is that? Because James Cook is probably going to go for 50 freaking points. He's playing against Miami, which, oh my goodness. Look, Miami, I just need you to wrap up James Cook. If you wrap up James Cook, I think I've got a shot to win this. I really do. He's the only one that truly worries me. Hey, appreciate the follow. We got Nikki0658. Nikki, I appreciate you. Welcome to Calypso's Lounge. You got any type of questions, let us know. If you've got some tips for us, let us know. All right, let's take a look at the team, guys. You ready? Let's go take a look at our team. Let's get it set. Let's see what we can do. All right, here is 7. Robin and the 7 Hoods. Now, we had Zach Wilson in last week because we knew that Justin Fields was on bye. We put Zach Wilson in just in case, but nothing came of that. We got our butts kicked. So, Justin Fields goes back in. He is projected for 16 points, so we'll take that. If he actually plays, that would be amazing because I think he could actually pull it out and beat the Jets, especially since he has a decent receiving core. Garrett Wilson, man, I would throw it to him, no problem. Now we do have a severe wide receiver issue. Now, the ironic part to having a severe wide receiver issue is we started the season off with like 6 receivers. They weren't good ones, obviously. But we did have 6 receivers. 2 of them are already on the IR. We have Jalen McMillan, which I do like. And then the other one that I have on IR is Tank Dell. Well, Luke McCaffrey just got put on IR. So he's now done. So Rome Odunze is literally the only one I have. And you notice the questionable. Take a look. Now, Odunze did not practice prior to being cleared to suit up for Chicago's narrow win with the Bengals. So as long as he's able to put forth similar activity ahead of Sunday's game against the Giants, he should be able to be on the field versus Cincinnati. Odunze failed to haul in any of his 3 targets. DJ Moore also missed practice Wednesday, while Luther Burden concussion was a full participant. Look, Odunze is gonna be fine, right? I'm not worried. I don't think it's his ankle or heel that necessarily caused him to disappear last week. But I think he's going to be fine. And honestly, I have no other choice at this point. So it doesn't really matter. We are going to put Jalen Warren back in now that we don't have Luke McCaffrey in. So we'll keep Rome Odunze. We got Jalen Warren and Ashton Genty. That's actually good news for us, especially if we can get Jalen Warren to go off and do a couple touchdowns like he did the last week and last couple weeks. We got Nick Folk back, so that'll give us a little bit of points, especially going up against Cleveland. I could see him putting up maybe three field goals. That could definitely work out. Defensive tackles, defensive ends. Do we need to mix this up? Well, honestly, we have to put in 2 linebackers, and we don't even have 2 linebackers as it is. We got to figure out what we're going to do on that. But we do. We'll keep Harrison Smith and Cameron Bynum because Smith has been on a tear as of late. Ronaldo Green is the only one that I'm really thinking about. We'll take out Christian Gonzalez, which has been doing good. Let's see what he's saying. Concussion, full participant practice Wednesday. Gonzalez sustained a concussion during Sunday's game versus the Falcons, but he handled his regular diet of practice reps to begin the Patriots' new week. Still need officially clear league concussion protocol. I like Christian. I think what I'm going to do is stick with Bernardo Green with him being back, especially against the Rams. He's probably going to be going up against Puka, possibly. I know Lenore is over there, but Bernardo Green, I could see him getting some of those. Can I pull a linebacker? I think that's what's absolutely killing me is I have no linebackers and there is no one to pull in. There's just no one on the waiver wires. You have to trade in this league to get them. Is that Asterisker? What? Asterixer. Asterser. I like the name. Risker. It's Asterisker? Asterisker? Welcome to Calypso's Lounge. We appreciate the follow, my friend. And don't mind me, I have trouble reading. Uh, so, that's got to be pretty much our team. We're really kind of screwed. It would be great, but I can't. I have to start two linebackers. Yeah, I have to start two linebackers. So I can't even do that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave in Kenneth Murray. Let's see if that changes anything. We were projected to lose 98% most likely. Uh, Bam, look at that. 61. What does that tell you? It tells you I was correct. If I can pray for Miami Dolphins to lock up James Cook, I have a shot to upset the number one team in the league. More importantly, I have a shot to tie in my division before actually playing for it. Because whoever wins next week is most likely going to take the division, as there's only a couple games left after that. Two, actually, to be specific. So, whoo, is down to that. We got to make it go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're hoping for. We are hoping that the Miami Dolphins pull everything out and realize how to play football, and just lock up James Cook. Now, what does that mean? It means Drake London all of a sudden will go off in Atlanta just because. Who knows? But I feel strong. We at least got a 61%. It's the best we got. There's nothing else we can change really at this time. Actually, no. There is one more thing we can change. My apologies. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. I can't believe you guys forgot to tell me about the tight end. I forgot. Tucker is also. Look at this, man. I've got 4 injured reserves sitting on my roster. I got 2. We can only have 2 spots. I have 6 total. Good lord. Um, the problem is Gunnar Helm is on my so close, so close. All right, submit. Let's see what we can do. Okay, let's look at player stats. That's not what I wanted. We're gonna do top players, top performers, and free agents. That's top performer. I just want free agents. My apologies. Look at what we got. Carson Wentz is on an IR. Charlie Jones is on a bye. We don't need that anyway. Gunnar Oslo Weski. Maybe? What's he doing? What's he doing? He had 1 catch. He's getting points every single game, so that means he made 1 catch since 2003. Oh man, look at his numbers he puts up with having only 1. That is a special teams player and a half, my man. I'm not saying no, actually. He's on bye, isn't he? Yeah, he's on. No, he's not on bye. Plays the Patriots. Yeah, he's probably not going to do a whole lot. No, probably not. Let's see. We're looking for a linebacker, preferably, and Bam Knight. Hmm. I mean, I know why he's there. I won't use him, but kind of intriguing. Yeah, do you see any? Yeah, there's no linebackers there. Dwami Brown. I actually like Dwami Brown. I I think though the key is Gunner. Yeah, he's just a returner, but he's got to buy this week. But that's not going to change it. So let's go linebacker or tight end. Let's see if we can get a tight end. Any tight end that might hit the field. Charlie Kohler. He's had 2 touchdowns last few games. He's got a chance. He's got a chance. I don't think I have any room though. Yeah, I have 0 room. Who am I getting rid of? I could get rid of my backup quarterback. That's true. Let's take a look at my backup quarterback here. He's $20 million. So yeah, get nope, wrong one. He's not that expensive, but he is up there. Where is my quarterback? No, Anthony Richards. I'm still keeping. There he is. Zach Wilson, $8.7 million to do nothing. All right, let's get rid of him. We'll take that. Now, the other one that we're going to do is let's see if we can find a linebacker. If we can get a linebacker, just one. I don't know who we'd drop, though. EJ Speed. Will Demetrius pick up more playing time? He did have 7 tackles on this one. He's been playing for 7 years. Is there anyone I can get rid of? I don't think there's anyone I can get rid of. But let's see if there's anyone else. Demetrius, maybe. Okay. So then the only other one, just given some halfway decent numbers. I mean, look at that. Is that like special teams right there? We'll take a little bit. EJ Speed, again, 7 years, playing against the Jags. 3.5 mil. And he gets a couple tackles a game. So we're gonna take a shot at this, I think. We're gonna take a shot at this. Let's add. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna drop. Oh man, who are we gonna drop? You know who I'm thinking? I just saw him. I could drop Joe Beck. Backy. I'm looking. I'm looking. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Uh, maybe. Well, let's go. Let's go to my team. Let's see what we got here. We got to figure out who we can drop. Dude, we're in so much trouble. Got plenty of money. I'm not worried about that. I have tried several times to get that. It didn't work. Looking for 2006 picks or a running back. I don't want any of that. Draft capital. I wouldn't mind Jake Ferguson, but getting Jake Ferguson from him is a pain. Tombstone's got Dawson Knox. Dawson hasn't really done much, right? Yeah. That's not really helpful. That's not helpful. Max Crosby, don't really care. Love to get Baker Mayfield, but that guy's not going to trade him. And I don't have anything to trade for him, so. Ed Oliver. Open to offers for picks or players, including injured ones, with my team having a rough first half of the season. I mean, yeah, I would love to go after any of these, but I really wanted Michael Penix. He was going to give me Geno Smith, but I had to give up uh, Jared Verse to get Geno Smith. And I didn't see the point of that. So I don't think he will let me have one of those tight ends. And even if he would, who am I trading? Like, there's no one to give up. Jamal Adams. Maybe I could get Jamal Adams from him. Ends this year. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Baby. Dang, I told you guys, there's just nothing. There is nothing. I wish I could pull Spillane. 8 years, 11 million. I try. What does he want? Tight end upgrade, running back, wide receiver, or funny thing is he has the better tight end now. Musgrave is now starting, so good on him. Adonai Mitchell. I am a huge fan of Adonai Mitchell. I actually wish I could kind of grab. Yeah, all jokes here. He's got Caleb Williams. Yeah, I don't. I don't think he's just gonna give him to me though. I can try it. I can try it. Let's look at this. Any of your linebackers available? Damn. That's pretty much it. I guess the question is still, who am I getting rid of? Hey, you got it. I appreciate the comment. Actually, I usually have someone here with me that's doing it, but they couldn't make it today. And we usually do this Wednesday morning instead of Wednesday night. But there was some scheduling issues this morning, so apologize to everybody. Hey, Bryce, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Let's see if we can pull that out. Otherwise, man, you guys saw it. There's not a lot I can do. There's just not a lot. Who am I getting rid of? I got to keep Geno Stone. Harrison Smith, who I would get rid of in this entire bunch, but doesn't do me any good. I could get rid of Derek. I like Derek, though. Man, I like Derek. Not getting rid of Aiden Hutchinson. Tucker Crab, nope. Not getting rid of any. Three of my four receivers are IR. Dude, I'm so screwed. Maybe we get rid of Jarquez Hunter. Problem is we got him for 8 years. Not 8 years, just 4 years, really. So 2028. Bo Nix or May this week? Oh, dude, that's a tough matchup. Here's what I would say. I would take Bo Nix Thursday night football in Denver against a yeah, I Bo Nix. I like Derek May and I like the New England Patriots, but they have a hell of a matchup this week, and the Patriots are away. So although I think Derek May is going to most likely still put up probably 250 and another touchdown, Bo Nix, yeah, I know it's kind of weird watching them play for the last couple weeks. I would trust Bo Nix. He'll be okay. More importantly, trust the coach. Peyton knows what he's doing. Knicks, Knicks. Now next week probably May, but Knicks this week. Matchup on that one also depends on your your league, but yeah, it's Knicks. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all we can do. We've set our team. We can't do anything else on this one. We are 61% away from potentially having a shot at the number one team in this league. And man, they've got a stacked team. So I need everyone to help me out this Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I need you all to become Miami Dolphins fans. Yep, I need that. It's all right. I'm not going to do it either. Don't feel bad. Let's just hope James Cook doesn't go off. If you happen to have James Cook, could you bench him this week for me? That'd be nice. That way you don't get hurt. I don't want to see you guys get hurt to help me win. All right. We've come to the end. So that means it is now time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know this is not my bar segment. This is actually my fantasy football segment, and I normally sign off a certain way. But since you guys are all here, let's do this right. And since we're after hours, what I need you to do is make sure that no matter what you have right now, pull out a drink. Okay. I don't care if it happens to be water, a shot of something, soda, whiskey, bourbon. Me, mine is always the same. Is Jaeger, right? Clearly, it's Jaeger. So let's pour a glass. There we go. Make sure I put it back now. Before we get out of here, let's make sure while you guys are getting your drinks ready, let's make sure that we say our goodbyes appropriately. So first of all, let's switch it over. Let's switch it over. Almost. It's almost there. And bam. There we go. All right. So we back. Now, before I get you guys out of here, let's do a little recap. First of all, day 4 of the bar. We learned a very important lesson for ourselves. Be patient with ourselves. And remember, stand up for ourselves. No one else is going to. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, be sure to check back to the original part of the first part of this video where we got the bar seed, TRT. Second half, we did some fantasy football. We got our team set and locked and ready to go. And the big question is, can old school Fat Man hold on to his 1-game lead in his division? And can I close the gap on my 1-game deficit? We're in 2 different conferences trying to get to the Super Bowl to play against each other. And right now, it is not looking good. Be sure to stick in with us next week to find out how we improve. Also, be sure to check with us next week to tell us all the stupid things we did wrong. Yep, all the bad advice we gave, we'd like to know about it. Why? Well, we don't like to give bad advice. We like to actually give you good advice. Just saying. Let's do some shout outs. Yantrax89, Nikki0658, and Asterisker. I Esther. Man, I hope I get those right. And then also one more. Who is it? It was. I swear I have them. Nope, I got all three. Yandrax, Nikki, and Asterisker. You guys, welcome to Calypso's Lounge. We hope you enjoyed it today. We hope you stick around. Tomorrow we'll bring you day 5 of owning a brand new bar and everything behind the scenes. Now's the time. Drinks up. And the way we do it is we want to make sure that we give a toast every time we get out of here. So, since you guys aren't volunteering to give the toast, with the drinks up, here's what I will say to you. Hey, hold your family close, love them every single day, and don't forget to tell them. May the stars light your path. May the wind blow your way. Skål. Love it. You guys know me. I'm your beau with the flow. I'm Calypso. And may you have a fantastic evening. Check out these beats.
Explosions?